In the last episode of Paper Hats, we went on a massive resource grind for 30 shulkers of resources. We met with Dakota May to put in an order for her plantifying services. And then for the grand finale, we worked on one of the biggest projects in Paper Hats history. And I didn't do it alone. The other Paper Hats came over, lent a hand, and we placed many blocks to create this custom island around my base. And in this episode, we have yet another massive project with the Paper Hats. An even bigger one than last episode, arguably. We are going to be breaking 112,000 bedrock blocks. But before we go too far into that, I'm Dr. Jankovic and welcome to the wonderful world of Everbloom. I am so excited for today. Just a minute ago, I explained that we're going to be breaking 112,000 bedrock blocks today. Now, this isn't something that is spur of the moment. This has been going on for months in the background. We kind of kept it under wraps because we wanted it to be a surprise because the biggest thing hasn't been revealed yet. But we are very excited to get this ceiling knocked out. At the time of this recording, it is Thursday evening, and the Paper Hats are getting together Saturday morning. Now, we do have a couple of things to clean up before we all meet. There are only a couple things to take care of, but they are very important. Number one, all of the netherrack under this piston platform we need to mine out. We can't have this here because it will absolutely break the bedrock machine. And the other thing we need to do is make sure that we have absolutely everything material-wise to make this as easy as possible. And if we run this way, we can see the redstone machine itself. Now, Superboy put this together on a recent stream weekend that we had, and it is absolutely a marvel. Just look at it. It wasn't his design. We got a schematic from somewhere, but you know what? For a bedrock breaker, I think that's relatively small. Now, if I'm honest with you, I don't really know the intricacies of bedrock breaking. I do know that it involves a piston and some magical lag stuff, but in my opinion, however it works, it is super duper impressive, and I'm so excited. You might be wondering to yourself, why in the world are we breaking 112,000 bedrock? Well, on Paper Hats, we like to do things a little bit unique. Now, Dan, a few months ago, pitched the idea of a massive Nether Hub. Sphere-shaped, but it would require a lot of bedrock breaking. We had a little bit of discussion as a community, and we figured, you know what? There's no time like now to go for something crazy like that. So we all got together, and it was honestly a pretty seamless process. If you're not familiar, the Paper Hats are one of the most dedicated people to Minecraft and one of the closest communities. And it was just the perfect project for us to get together and make it happen. You really would not believe the dedication that the Paper Hats have. I appreciate these people so much. But now that I've gotten you up to speed, it is finally time to get cracking and make sure we have everything for Saturday's meeting. So the total amount of pistons that we need are 111,556 pistons. In order to craft that many, we're going to need 1,011,556 redstone, 83,667 logs, 111,556 iron ingots, and then the big daddy. We're going to need 446,224 cobblestone. After reading those numbers out to you, you might be wondering, wow, you must be working on this video for over a month now. Actually, no, we got that material list just under a week ago. And like I said, the Paper Hats are one of the most dedicated Minecraft teams in the community. We gathered these materials in about 4 days. We have the redstone, we have the logs, and we have the iron. The only thing we're lacking is the cobblestone. We've only got about half of the cobblestone, but there is a really nice cobblestone generator on the server. But since we're already on the nether roof, we might as well go ahead and get one thing done. Let's go ahead and mine out all this netherrack scaffolding so we can see just how big of a space this really is. You might not be able to tell, but I'm actually sprinting as fast as I can right now. This is such a huge space. I didn't think this could look any crazier, but just look at it without the scaffolding. You're looking at 39,000 pistons placed in a platform. It is so crazy under this. But before I get mesmerized for too long, let's go get some more cobble so we can finally remove all this bedrock. For the cobble, we need upwards of about 90 shulkers of cobble, and luckily we have a very fast cobble farm on the server. Dan the Noodle Man showed me how to use it earlier today, and I fully intend to take advantage of it. If my calculations are correct, it should only take about a couple of hours to get the rest of the cobble we need, so not too bad. And there it is, the magical cobble generator. This thing is so small, but I think it's almost 80k an hour or something crazy like that. Pretty easy to turn on. You just flick the lever and hit the button. It's not Dan's design. I don't know whose design this is, but it works great. So let's set up an AFK spot. We'll AFK here for a few hours, and hopefully we should have all the cobble we need. Just as I expected, we only had to AFK for about an hour to get the remaining cobble, and all these chests you see here are all filled up with cobble. We're gonna need a lot of shulkers to transport these, a lot of shulkers we don't have. You can see we have a few extras here, but we're gonna need 60 or 70 more, and I know exactly where to find them. Now you might recognize that big contraption in the distance. That is our shulker farm, and if I remember correctly, I've got quite a few shells here we can use. I really don't remember the last time I had to use this. We stocked the shulker shop with over 3,200 shulkers, and we still had a whole lot to spare. Oh yeah, we've got plenty. Let's just load up on as many as we can. It's always good to have extra shells around. And if you don't recognize this build, I would recommend going and watching episode 8 of Paperhat Season 4. That was a really fun video. We attempted one farm and we completed the shulker farm, so go check that one out. And there we are. Just behind me are around 100 shulkers. It doesn't really look like it, does it? But we've got to fill these up and take them to the Nether Roof. It took a few trips, and I realized just how big of a project this is, but we now officially have everything on the material list. The only thing left to do is meet up with the other paper hats tomorrow morning and send this thing off. However, in the meantime, let's do something we haven't done in a while. Let's check out spawn and shopping and see what's going on over there. And here we are at our amazing spawn. The first thing you see is the giant Paperhats Everbloom sign. And of course, you remember the staircase we built at the very first of the season up to the spawn portal. And what you guys may not recognize is all the terraforming that Victor Nord has done around here. He's done so much work to get a river going through the middle of all this, putting all the cherry leaves around, and it just looks so pretty. From the iron farm to Victor's trees, another tree, he's making some incredible things. And if we give it a flyover, you can just see how many creative ideas the paper hats have come up with. It's so pretty over here, so many different building styles. Somehow, it all comes together. I really love how this is looking this season. I believe this is Giraffe Queen's Panda Bamboo Shop, and look how cool that looks. Bamboo is kind of an easy one to farm. I wonder if anybody might get in on that competition. Heading this way, just past the totem shop, it seems like we have a new shop. I'm not really sure what this is. Lots of skulk. Thinking of opening soon. I would guess this is a skulk shop. That would be really cool if we had that on the server. And right here in the middle of the shopping district, we have a bee shop, which that's going to be really handy, being able to buy honey blocks and honeycombs on demand. I don't know if I've shown this one off, but this is Glitch Intended's wool shop, Kaleidoscope Woolens, and he's got all the colors of wool, which is very, very handy. I typically use a lot of wool, especially when planning builds, so you can bet I'm going to be a repeat customer here. And heading towards the shulker store, I do know there are a couple new shops, like this one, the Wandering Druid, which sells things that you find out in the world like Heart of the Seas and other treasure, but it looks really, really nice in here. Just past the Wandering Druid, looks like there's a TNT shop, which I love that build. Look at that little creeper. And even past the shulker store, what is this? I really like the build. It's very cozy. A hay and hoe shop. Okay, maybe this is a reason for us to use more packed mud in our builds. And of course, you guys have seen the shulker store. If you haven't seen that video just yet, I would definitely go recommend it. I had a lot of fun with this. And I have seen this out of the corner of my eye, but the art museum. I have no idea what that is. But if I had to guess, it's probably something with the artist, the person that keeps leaving the paintings all around. I wonder if Governor Esquire ever got any tips about who the artist really is, because I'd really like to know. That's been something that has been perplexing us since the beginning of the season. But as far as the shopping district, I think those are all the new shops. We are planning a community day where we're gonna revamp all the paths in between everything and make it look really, really finished and connected. So you could be looking forward to another stream weekend about that. But it's been a fairly long day of gathering materials and getting ready for tomorrow's event. I know just the place to get a good night's rest. The Spawn Inn. This was built by Glitch Intended, if you don't remember. And all you have to do is sign in, just like this. And then you're free to go upstairs and pick out a bed for yourself. Have I mentioned I'm excited about bedrock breaking? I can't wait, but let's get some rest. We'll meet up with the Paper Hats tomorrow morning and we'll get this done. It's now the next wonderful day in Everbloom here. It's time for the big event. Let's go meet up with the other Paper Hats. I'm sure we'll have a grand old time. Dan, this was all your idea, buddy. Appreciate it.
Hey, if I can bring a little insanity to my sane friends, I will.
I'm not sure that I'm sane either, but this is insane. This is 100% insane.
Are we ready?
Yeah,
I think so.
let's do it.
Okay, super.
Right.
Now, I believe Dan chose a name for this thing.
What is it?
Tack. I'm gonna be real for you. I don't remember the name.
Oh,
what did we end up calling it?
Okay, let's see if I can remember it.
It
was like the breaky boomy hole or something like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, the blowy holy? Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah, the blowy hole. Blowy holy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Good luck on your journey. We hope you work.
We really hope you work.
Yeah.
You can start by standing directly under it and then move back from there.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, trial and error.
I will take your challenge.
Okay, yeah, Dan, I'll stand about 5 blocks away from you if you'll stand under.
Yep.
There we go.
I will.
Dan will be
Okay.
the meat shield
Yeah.
for all the
Okay.
blast damage.
Yeah.
I've got a totem. It's fine. Hold on. I need a backup totem.
All right, you ready, kids?
I am so ready.
Let's do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Please.
Oh, I can see
Things are
that.
happening.
Yes!
It's working.
Yes!
It's
It's working! Yeah!
Let's go.
Oh, I'm so happy. Look at it.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, it's so
So
quick.
close to this thing.
It is so quick.
This thing's so fast.
I know. Speedy.
You know, I'm just now realizing I don't really know how to make a chair, but we're gonna make this work.
A chair. Oh.
A chair.
Oh, is this so we can
got a
wait?
whole bunch of chairs.
Oh, crap. I
Oh,
just used all my
nice.
rockets. Dang it.
Oh, it happens to the best of us.
Wait, but even with all of the
It's like
materials.
2 or 3 blocks every second, I think. Yeah. Oh, well, okay.
Chair just got
Yeah.
obliterated.
Oh, half mine got obliterated. That just, yeah.
Me and Tack is it.
This is pretty cool, though. I mean, we're just waiting here, having a good time, building. That table might get obliterated.
Super.
I know. That's part of the.
Oh my
I
God.
was hoping that would be part of the fun, is putting this down and continually trying to move it.
I'm so glad
Yeah.
I have my blocks turned down right now.
Oh, yeah, every time it passes, we should move it 1 block closer so we can keep sitting by it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh.
FOV, Shay, C.
Crunch in, everybody.
Whoops. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button.
A party ball.
Russian roulette.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Your stuff's gonna blow up.
Very
Don't let
Get
it
my
blow up.
stuff!
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
I'm
God.
scared.
Can we?
I'm running back.
C-Dubs is concerned that you're gonna lose all your gear, but you're the richest guy on the server, so I don't think we have to worry about it.
Richest guy on the server.
I'm pretty sure this right here says I'm the richest guy on the server.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Dan alt clicked.
Dan.
Yeah. God.
What are you talking about?
Dude, that is...
You won't notice the stack's gone, right?
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Oh, that is a great
That was
screenshot.
a thing.
Oh, goodness.
I did not know
Beautiful.
that was a thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mhm. Yeah. That's hilarious. That's such a good screenshot. Uh-oh. So I had an idea. I thought we could write something in this book, each of us that were here, as like a moment in history, and then I can hand it over to Vic.
Okay. Like
That was quick. Something. Yes, thank you. All right, super.
Hold on, I gotta pull up the Gettysburg Address.
Get one now. Oh no. Dan, I need one more thing from you before you end.
Yeah.
I need you to write something in this book. I'm going to hand it to Victor for the Heritage Society.
There once was a player named Tack who threw herself onto attack. She jumped with a scream and shout, "That was mean," but the culprit was never found. Signed,
Oh, that's
Dan.
so good. That is so good. So I thought I would give everyone this book at Quill and just go ahead and write a few sentences, whatever you think. And I'm going to hand it to Victor to put in that.
Okay. Boop. There you go.
Oh, thank you. It's always a ton of fun meeting up with the other paper hats, especially for stuff like this where we're breaking massive amounts of bedrock. And as you can see behind me, we have 3 layers already removed. I was hoping to get you guys an update before this, but you know what? More progress is better. Tack and Dan here are just working on crafting up some extra pistons for the last 2 layers. My job is I need to rebuild this bedrock breaker. Each one of these layers while the machine is running is about 8 hours of AFK time, which isn't too bad. You just gotta make sure the machine is loaded at all times. The only strenuous part is placing all the pistons for the machine to run. And of course, every time you destroy a layer, you've got to rebuild the bedrock breaking machine. As you'll see in just a minute, I'm getting pretty quick at that. The first thing that makes this project manageable is our schematic. If you're not aware, you can use a mod called Lightmatica to paste ghosts of builds in your world before you actually build them. That's what we're using here to make sure that we have the machine properly aligned and we can visualize it before we place down so many blocks. Before we can actually build the machine, we're at the point to where the machine will blow itself up after it's done. So we are losing a little bit of supplies, but for the most part, as you can see in the very distance there, I can actually break that down and get most supplies. So step number 1, I've got to make sure that I have all the material. So let me go break this down and we'll see what we have. And as you can see, I've got both machines removed. I think I saved most of the supplies and I had to make a few extras, but just by looking at this, I do believe we have everything we need to build the next one. And if not, it's not that hard to craft a few extras. But it's finally time to rebuild this machine, so I hope you enjoy the time lapse. And there we go. Like I said, it doesn't take very long at all. And I like to spend a few extra seconds just verifying that I've placed everything correctly, because although it's not really a hard thing to build, I want to make sure it works every time I build it. We've got the main module here that has the TNT and blowy up stuff. And then over there is what sends the machine back. And you know what? I'm not really sure how it all works, but it is magical and it looks amazing. Now I was going to show you a time lapse of me placing all these pistons, but the paper hats are killing it. Look, Tack is placing all these pistons down, Dan's placing all these pistons down, and somewhere there is a glitch intended gaming placing pistons as well. But this machine isn't the fastest thing in the world. We can place pistons a lot faster than the machine can run. So let's go ahead and start the machine and get this bedrock breaking. It is finally time to get the 4th layer of bedrock removed. I've given the paper hats a little bit of a heads up that the machine will be flying their way. And this is always the most nerve-wracking part. So let's see if this works. I mean, it's flying. It's blowing up stuff. Let's see if it's clearing bedrock. It looks like it. See? It is deleting all that bedrock. It looks so cool every single time. Just so easy to get mesmerized by this thing. It is absolutely a marvel. I don't know who designed this design, but whoever it was, an absolute genius. So I think I'll spend some time with the other paper hats placing all these pistons down, and then of course we need to AFK for a while. I'll give you a progress update for the 5th layer, but then after that, we are done clearing bedrock. And just like that, after a weekend of building redstone machines, hanging out with friends, and AFKing for many, many long hours, I can finally say we are done clearing out the bedrock hole. Look at this. It looks so crazy. Never in my life would I think I'd be doing something this technical in Minecraft. It looks great, and honestly was not as hard as I was expecting. So honestly, I think everybody should try this at least once in their Minecraft world. Please do let me know what you think of this project and this video down in the comments. I can't wait to see what you guys think about it. And before I forget all about it, if you remember in the footage, I gave everyone a book and quill just to write a few sentences about today and keep it as a memento. I was going to hand it to Vic at the Heritage Society, and I even saved the original redstone block for Vic to build an exhibit for. Let's head on over to Spawn, meet with Vic, and hand him those items. Hey Vic, you there?
Oh, hey, Dr. J.
Hey, how's it going? I see you're doing some more amazing terraforming.
Yeah, just working my shovel as usual.
Yeah, you're doing awesome work over here. I know you're working on some sort of historical heritage society, I think the name is. And I wanted to give you a couple of your first pieces to think about displaying. We've had a massive project in the Nether to clear out a whole bunch of bedrock, and that kicked off over the weekend. So the first thing I want to give to you is that is the redstone block we started the first bedrock breaking machine with.
Beautiful. What a way to kick it off.
Yeah, and then the other idea was a little bit more creative. I got together everybody who was at the event with that book and quill, and everybody wrote a few sentences in that. Maybe we could display it on a lectern or something.
This is exactly the thing we're looking for over here at the Heritage Society.
Awesome, glad to
Thank
hear
you.
that.
It'll be a perfect piece to show off.
Well, good. Glad I could contribute. I appreciate everything you're doing around here.
Of course, it's a pleasure. It'll be a really fun project. Thank you for those first 2 pieces.
Absolutely. Just let me know if you need anything.
Absolutely.
Well, Vic, I will see you around.
You too.
Thanks so much. Vic is such a nice guy, and what a terrific idea having the Heritage Society where we can keep mementos from the season and keep it as an exhibit for you guys when you download the world. I really love this idea. But unfortunately, that is all the time I have left for this episode. It's been a long one. This took many, many hours to accomplish, but in truth, I had so much fun, and I'm so glad we did all of this. But please do like and subscribe if you like what you see and want to see more. I will see you guys in the next episode, and thank you so much for being here. Hope you guys have a great day.